This guy was busy painting his apartment when out of nowhere the police showed up. They told him he had to pay a parking ticket or he'd be thrown in jail. He had some money, but not enough to cover the whole fine. The officer insisted he had to pay it all. So with no choice, he handed over every last bit of cash he had. But then the cop said he still had to verify things the next morning at 9:30 a.m., meaning the guy had to spend the night in jail. He was frustrated because he had a job interview at 9 a.m. the next day. With no other option, he accepted his fate and spent the night in a cell. The next morning, as soon as he got out, he ran straight to the interview still covered in paint, wearing messy clothes and looking completely unprepared. When he arrived at the office, he saw that there were many other candidates waiting for their job interviews too. Then it was finally his turn to be called in. As he walked into the interview room, the director and company executives were shocked by his appearance. The man then explained that he had a rough day. He had just spent a night in jail because he couldn't pay a parking ticket. Hearing this, the directors laughed in surprise. The director then asked, "What were you doing before you got arrested?" The man replied, "I was painting my apartment." Then out of nowhere, the police came and took me away. The director turned to his assistant and asked, "Does he always dress like this?" The assistant quickly responded, "Oh no. He usually wears a suit and tie." The director then looked back at the man and asked, "So, what do you think? Would we really hire someone who shows up looking messy and wearing dirty clothes?" The man smiled and answered, "Well, that just means he must have some really awesome clothes somewhere." Hearing his response, the directors burst into laughter. And guess what? They actually hired him to work at the insurance company just because of that answer. The lesson from this story? Never let small obstacles stop you from chasing your dreams. Stay optimistic and keep pushing forward, because you never know what might happen.